Join me as we continue our studies of the hip region and the second chakra, how they're woven together at all times, and if we want to be healthy, how we need to learn how to properly use these muscles and how to take care of them. So we've talked about thus far strengthening the psoas, stretching the psoas, and I've been using the word soft a lot, softening and releasing the psoas. So I've just mentioned the release, but this week we go into more in-depth studies of how we release these large muscles. And the first thing I want to do is talk about the importance of understanding the difference between a healthy long psoas muscle or soft and a contracted or shortened psoas muscle. So I'm going to use my fists as examples of these two large muscles in our hips and say when they're shortened or contracted, they're like fists. And it's really hard for us to have a masseuse or someone manually stretch those or release those for us. But we can do it ourselves through very simple, I want to say yin poses, where we can lie on the floor and bend our knees, and these muscles that are like fists and they're rigid, right? After 5 or 10 minutes of lying this way, they begin to naturally soften and let go. And so if you were feeling this lower back pain from being in contraction, rather than trying to stretch out that back pain, we can actually release and let go. And it's the same as we talked about in our life as well. The more we can move from rigidity and control and anger to releasing, the more we can be healthy and vibrant. So join me for conference. I'm going to give you very specific poses to do that will release this muscle, but I'm also going to give you 4 tips for life of things that I personally use and share with my students and my clients on 4 simple ways as you're living your life that you can make note of how you can go from that fist of living to releasing. So join me for conference. This is something not only will you be able to use today, refer to throughout the semester, but what I'm giving you, you are going to be able to use the rest of your life. Identify when your muscles are in contraction, how you can release them, and how you can notice in life when you're in fist living, where you can move into softer living and to modulate between the two, because we need this sometimes too. But this isn't a way that we can not live this way all the time, but when we need to come back into this soft way of living. I look forward to continuing our studies next week as we move into the creativity and fluidity of our psoas muscles.